my wife and I had a family crisis. I wanted to deal with it one way. She wanted to deal with it a different way. There were a series of events that took place really quickly, and she ended up making a decision about how to handle it without getting me involved in that decision-making process. So my ego started to go to work on me. My ego is very serious, takes itself very seriously. It just knows things. It doesn't need a whole lot of facts, doesn't need a whole lot of empirical evidence. It's just able to arrive at conclusions clairvoyantly. And so my ego was telling me, your wife doesn't respect you. She doesn't really love you. She doesn't think your judgment is good. She, all kinds of information that my ego was trying to sell me on based on very little facts. So my emotions start to swirl up, and I start to feel some type of way about not being involved in that decision-making process during a time of crisis. And as that happened, I thought about something the Stoics call being simple out of profundity. And when I read about that, they were talking about not adding more to a situation than what's necessary, not interpreting or adding to what you've been told. What are the facts? And so from a Stoic point of view, in that situation I was in, my application of Stoicism was to just evaluate the facts and not make up anything else. So when I was able to do that, I noticed my emotions started to de-escalate. From another perspective, I use visualization. And part of my visualization process is seeing a wave. And so the wave would be the emotions, the interpretation, and the baggage that we bring into reality based on our interpretation. It's like Alan Watts said, reality is a Rorschach ink blot. We see objective truth with our observing eye, and then we make up stuff with our perceiving eye. That perceiving eye gets us in trouble. So we got to stop doing that. And the visualization that I use, I see the wave come through, and I say, okay, the wave has got a hold of me because I'm feeling some type of way. I'm a little bit escalated. I'm a little emotional. And then I remind myself, I'm not the wave. I'm the ocean. This wave is going to pass. This wave is not permanent. Waves come and waves go. But I am the ocean. And when I sort of tell myself that, mentally, then I'm able to de-escalate. And my wife and I, we've been married for over 20 years. And so I've had a lot of practice in being able to check myself, to check my ego and say, okay, maybe there's more to this story. Maybe not. We'll take the facts that we have and have a conversation. We sat down, my wife and I, we had a conversation about what happened. And turns out that her explanation was a whole lot more plausible than the story that my ego made up. So everything worked out, and I think we're gonna stay married. That's really what I wanted to share with y'all today. I hope that this message is useful and helpful to you. It's what the Stoics call being simple out of profundity. And by living that way, I think we can reduce a lot of stress. I know that method has reduced a lot of stress in my life. Take care. Have a good day.